Hey College and Career Success, welcome to week 3 assignment video. So as we are jumping into week 3, I'm right in the lessons area right away. So one thing I want to just point your attention to again is I have your workshop video loaded. Your student services assignment is there. Remember, even though you have until week 16, you want to make sure that you're getting registered for those workshops and attending those workshops sooner than later so you don't have to put that off. So view that video. It's just a few minutes to walk you through how to go about getting into that workshop. All right, so if you have not already done so, in the week 3 video folder, you have your lecture for chapter 2. We are in chapter 2 now. So hopefully you're getting a feel for the textbook already and making sure that you're comfortable with that. So this is your video over chapter 2. If you have not viewed that, go ahead and do that so that you have a basis and an understanding of the assignments that you're going to have to do for this week. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click into week 3, and here's your snapshot. So very similar looking to last week, where you have a discussion board post that you have to do by Wednesday for week 3 attendance. You have 2 assignments from the chapter, and then you have a chapter 2 quiz. So just kind of keep this in mind. These are all the things you're working on this particular week. One thing I do want to draw your attention to is there is a quick video right here. This is how to use Starfish. So Starfish is one of the resources that the college uses to work with advising, to notify you, to communicate. So this is a video that you'll just need to watch, and then when you're done watching, you'll click Mark Reviewed, and then your assignment folder will open. So you may not see the assignment folder right away. You need to go ahead and watch this video and click Mark Reviewed first, and then that assignment video will pop up. So while you're in this week, remember any materials that you'll need for the assignments are in here. The link to chapter 2 and the slides for chapter 2 are right here, or of course my video for lecture 2 or lecture for the chapter 2 is uploaded as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at these assignments. So when I click in, I have the discussion forum, so hopefully by now you're pretty comfortable with posting your original response as well as responding to classmates. So your original response is due by Wednesday for week 3 attendance, and then respond to 2 classmates by Sunday. Here is your prompt. Amanda is struggling in her history class. She is good at remembering dates and facts, but there's more analysis, and they have to analyze historical events through cause and effect. She is not sure how to change her learning strategies to meet her professor's requirements. What advice would you give Amanda, and why? So chapter 2 talks about, adjusting and using different learning strategies and trying to make sure that you are doing things in a way that are going to be adaptable. So what strategies would you recommend for her? And again, if you're not sure, go back into the PowerPoint, go back into the text, go back into the video and look for those strategies. So as a reminder, you click on the discussion, click Create Thread, and then you go ahead and see it pops up there again. Subject, and then if you're typing right in here, there is a word count. It'll keep track for you right there. If you're typing in like a Word document and copying and pasting, Microsoft Word keeps track for you. So just make sure you're keeping right around 150 words or more so that you are meeting that requirement. All right, so that is your discussion forum for this week. So you'll make sure, again, you post by Wednesday for this weekly attendance and respond to 2 classmates by Sunday. Next, you're going to go ahead and go into the Chapter 2 assignment, Mindset for Success. It's going to open up into this PDF that is able to be typed right in. And so when you look at this, one of the things Chapter 2 talks about is like this growth versus fixed mindset. Fixed mindset is like 100% like, I cannot do this. My ability is my ability. I have no room to grow. Where growth mindset is more, okay, if I put effort or time or energy or resources into this, then I have a chance to improve. So on this left-hand side, you have statements that are considered fixed mindset statements. Notice that for some reason, it's a repeat, so don't worry about this very last one. What you're going to do is turn it into a growth mindset statement. So here's an example. This is a worthless task. By doing this, I can practice discipline and focus, right? My professor doesn't like me. How can we change it into a growth mindset? This is too hard. Even though this is hard, by studying, I can make it a little easier. So taking this very finite statement and making it into something that is more growth, that allows for change and evolution. So again, if you're not sure, the Chapter 2 lecture and the Chapter 2 materials do talk about growth versus fixed mindsets. You want to make sure you revisit that if needed. But you can kind of see, like, I don't need to complete my work on time. Well, it's important that I realize, I don't need any help with my work. There will be some times where I need to reach out. So again, taking a statement that is very fixed and turning it into growth. When you are done, okay, go ahead and go over here download it with your changes, save it wherever it is you're going to save it in your documents or your files. Excuse me, go ahead and here, click here, browse your files, open and hit submit. Again, it's not gonna accept mine, but that's how you go about doing that. All right, underneath there is your 10 from 25 year from now, you, another PDF that you're going to type right in. So this is kind of about goal setting. It says, pretend you run into your teacher in 10 years. What would the 10 years from now you look like? Fill in that table. So educationally, where would you want to be for 10 years? In your relationship, financially, living environment, and anything else you can think of. There's any other areas that you want to kind of touch on. And then same kind of idea 25 years from now. And I know these spaces are not very big. When you go to turn it in, I can pull it up and I can look, because you're going to see that it looks cut off when you submit it. But when I pull it up and download it, I can see everything. So again, you're just kind of, it's a goal setting activity in a way, visualizing where you're going to be in these two different time periods, in these different areas. So same thing, when you're done, make sure you over here and download it with your changes. Make sure that you upload it into the Dropbox. All right, and then the last thing is your Chapter 2 quiz. You want to pull this up. Chapter 2 quiz, same thing as Chapter 1. Every question, you want to respond to 2 to 5 complete sentences. Make sure you respond to every part of the question. So question 1 talks about your past experiences with teachers. Did any past experiences with teachers or education in general cause you to doubt your potential? Or did they inspire you? Talk about grit and resilience. Are you likely to reach your goals, and why? Question 2 talks about kind of the messages that you're sending to younger, maybe children in your life, siblings, cousins, whoever it might be. Are you sending positive, negative messages about struggling and failure? Should you change those messages? Question 3 is talking about, when was the last time you asked a question? Whether it was in an online class, you sent a message, or in an actual face-to-face class, you raised your hand. Were you worried about how others would perceive you? Kind of how did you think through that process? Question 4 is asking about fixed or growth mindset. So again, coming back to that concept from this chapter, do you have a fixed or growth mindset? How can you maybe grow toward more of a growth mindset? How can it influence your future decisions? And then question 5 talks about hidden curriculum. So the Chapter 1 and 2 talk about hidden curriculum, things that you're just supposed to kind of know, but it's not directly stated. So what are some things that you think a college student should know that no one seems to tell you in advance? So make a list of things, like when you got to the college level, or even your experience in it now, you're like, man, I wish someone would have actually told me that. Or here's what would be helpful if I had to pass on advice to a brand new college student. You know, what are some things that would be helpful? And explain each one. So it says make a list, so a few items. You don't have to make a humongous list. And then same thing, make sure you save that and upload it into this Chapter 2 quiz Dropbox. All right, so quick recap. Make sure you spend some time looking over the Chapter 2 materials. Go in and watch the Starfish video and mark reviewed so you can see the assignment area. Post your original response in the Chapter 2 discussion. Responded to classmates by Sunday. Complete these 2 assignments here, the Mindsets for Success, the 10-25 year from now, and your Chapter 2 quiz all by Sunday as well. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a great week.